So I was a Democrat for over a decade, and then when I moved to Portland,
the MAGA movement is happening with the black folks.
This sort of radicalization on the left is the reason why Donald Trump won the election this past year.
More and more people are leaving the left. On September 10th, a beautiful, inspirational, and kind soul was stolen from us as Charlie Kirk was publicly executed. And ever since then, we have witnessed the most miraculous revival of our nation. On October 14th, Charlie Kirk would have turned 32 years old. Instead, I believe that he is in heaven looking down on us, celebrating his life. His message is stronger than ever, and he was just granted the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It is the first one ever to have a cross on it.
And before I close, I'll share with you that I asked our daughter what she would like to say to Daddy for his birthday. Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream. And I want you to go have a birthday surprise.
To me, it felt like America has come together as a family and mourned him. And even leaders from other countries, this is Malay, who came to be in attendance to the Charlie Kirk ceremony.
President Trump, sir, is Hamas holding up their end of the deal, sir? Find out. Your message to the people of Argentina, please.
Love that.
Very great leader. Thank you.
Guys, I find the Malay and Trump relationship to be so hilarious because Malay is just such a big fan and I love it. I think it's so wholesome. He recently did a book tour where he sold out all the seats, like 15,000 seats, and gave an entire rock concert. As much as the left doesn't like Malay because they can no longer live off of the government, he has done an incredible job for his country, despite whether or not you like his style. He also stunned the world, said MAGA Voice, by gifting Trump a frame letter of him nominating Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, which we all know he should have gotten.
Sí, quería darle.
So basically, more and more people are coming to realize that the conservative movement is the party of peace, and everybody wants peace and happiness in their lives. That is why, my friends, they are leaving the left. I just love how Donald Trump wrote him a little letter in a way that he would totally understand. He's like, "You're great, President, and I am your friend. Soy tu amigo." I just love it. It's so much fun. How can you not love Donald Trump, honestly? And people like Charlie Kirk who have done so much for America's youth in helping Donald Trump get elected as well. So people see what the left do and they see what the right do, and they're deciding to come on over. The water's nice.
So I was a Democrat for over a decade, and then when I moved to Portland, people like this, actually what woke me up was they started saying that there was this white supremacist, right? He's this white supremacist. I look him up, and he's a gay Asian guy. His name's Andy No. And they were mad because they were committing crimes and he was filming them. And that's about the time I started asking what the fuck I was doing hanging out with people on the far left. Now, I was a vegan for many years afterwards. I participated in many environmental, many vegan activists, you know, all kinds of protests across the nation for many more years after I left the left. But this sort of radicalization on the left is the reason why Donald Trump won the election this past year. I know it, you know it, and I think that they know it. That's why they act this way, and that's why they hide their faces. They themselves cannot even stomach being tied to their own views. That's why they act this way. I've been here for less than 2 hours and I have witnessed so much childish behavior from these people. It is nothing but juvenile, toddler outlash. It's all it is. I mean, they're just here to throw a fucking fit.
That is basically all that they do. I love how this woman recognizes that they made her life bad. They make people miserable. And did you guys see the way that they were protesting last weekend? I feel so traumatized from the videos. And where on earth did they find these people that have no shame to go into the street butt naked, riding bicycles around? Where did they get the idea that it is okay for the general public and people's children to see them naked? That is public indecency. I don't know what the people of Portland are thinking. They have absolutely lost it. And this woman was deep into the left. She was hardcore on the vegan environment stuff. And she recognizes that you become the 5 people that you choose to hang around. And she looked around and was like, yeah, no, thank you. I even feel that way when I just go to the protest just to document. I'm like, I think that I don't want these people to rub off on me. Literally, I don't want them to rub off on me because that sounds like something they would do. It truly is a mind virus that you have to fight off. Like Chuck Norris.
Why are you a conservative, sir?
Well, I used to be a Democrat, but unfortunately the Democrats went too far to the left, and the Republicans moved into their position that the Democrats were 40 years ago. See, and so what the Democrats believed 40 years ago, the Republicans believe today. And so I realized that I had to go to a Republican because the Democrats just got too far off the trail. They just got completely off the trail and lost all reality of what America stood for. And so I realized that Republicans at this point in time are more focused on what is best for America than what the Democrats are.
I completely agree that the left has completely lost it. And if you look at old videos of Hillary Clinton, they would say things like, we will never give health care to illegals. We need to prioritize America. And now, all they care about is giving health care to illegals. They don't care about America. And so I love this. Good job, Chuck. I'm proud of you. Portland has turned another Democrat into a Republican.
So, you're cleaning up this pole. It's got a ton of shit posted to it.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck Trump, fuck ICE.
Kill ICE.
Kill ICE, yeah. I mean, there was somebody's phone number and address on here a while ago. I don't know whose that is, but that ain't good.
So what's your name?
My name's Austin, man.
And why are you out here, Austin?
To be honest, I used to go to the Antifa riots back like, pre-COVID, during COVID and stuff.
You did? Yeah. You were on their side.
Yeah, and then, a lot of the guys were kind of getting wrapped up and going to jail. And so, I mean, everybody kind of disbanded. But they're seeing people like David Medina come out here consistently and, like, show their support. I'm just here to hopefully spread the word of Christ and do a little bit of the Lord's work while I'm doing it, so.
Total and complete 360. I love it. This proves that it is possible. It doesn't matter where you start or where you were born or who your parents were or the things that you have done in the past. It matters where you go from here. Just like the last girl, he was another person who recognized that his friend group was bringing him down. He was like, I was around people who were getting arrested in riots, people who were committing crimes. And now he's back out there, not just silent, but he's going to speak out and help another person, help somebody else who is a part of the left right now see that it doesn't have to be like that. You don't always have to say the chants and stand in line and fight against ICE agents and ruin your own life. There is a better option for you. That is so beautiful. That is how you live a life of significance.
You're going to be so proud of me. Finally, I switched to Republican Party as a registered voter. I've always been registered Democrat, but obviously you know the reasons. And I made it official.
Oh, yes. That's so
in
awesome.
California, I am a Republican.
If this trend keeps going in this direction, there is no way that Democrats are going to get into power anytime soon. In fact, I might just be one of those crazy people on the internet that believes that probably Joe Biden didn't even win the election fair and square. We see people like Gavin Newsom cheating in California, and the length that Zohran Mamdani is going to try to win the election is so hilarious. He is recruiting volunteers online, and then every day they're doing webinars to teach people and give them phone scripts, and then they just call and probably harass a bunch of people, and they're like, hey, do you want to learn about why Zohran is going to be an incredible mayor because he's going to give you free grocery stores? And on his website, it literally says to vote on November 5th, I believe, and it has a bunch of free things that they're going to be giving away. It says like candy, sandwiches, and I'm like, dude, you have to give people free candy to vote for you? If I was a Democrat, I would be so angry at all of these politicians who speak to people and treat the American people like they are stupid, and that they would believe that socialism will work this time, even though it's never worked in the past. It's like they are so disconnected from the people. These people used to be like extreme liberals, and they're turning into pretty extreme conservatives.
After this ride on the London Tube, I got a whole new perspective. You know, one of the things as Americans, listen, obviously America, we're more polarized than we've been in years. Republicans hate Democrats, Democrats hate Republicans, everybody hates everybody. Everybody's on the extremes. Meanwhile, most of the people are, 80% of the people are in the middle and can't find a candidate they like. Say what you want about Trump, you all know.
I think 80% of people are on the right because that's what the middle has become.
I voted for Biden, I voted for Harris. I gotta be honest with you, I'm making the swing fast. There's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of things that I'm seeing in Europe, a lot of things that I'm seeing in London. Strike up a nice conversation with a good guy in London. He's talking, he's like, listen, there's a lot of the British people, a lot of people in London, for all his shortcomings, they want Trump here because the crime is out of control, immigration is out of control. Say what you want. My Democratic friends, liberals, people on the left, listen, man, we're either gonna have laws or we're not. Break the law, go to jail. You want to play by the rules, you want to play by the laws, you should be good. If you don't,
he's becoming a hardcore, radicalized conservative, and I love it.
There should be consequences. And in London right now, every single person has told me, don't walk with your phone out. Don't wear a watch in Mayfair. Don't do it. Even right now, I'm about to turn a corner on a street. I got to worry about holding my phone because some moron might come by on an e-bike, try and grab it. Obviously, I'll run it.
Okay, so I wanted to save like 12 euros in getting an Uber to my hotel, and I was staying at an Ibis, and so it was kind of not in the nicest area, and so it was a 50-minute walk, and I was running with a heavy backpack in the rain. I should have just gotten the Uber, but little by little, I realized that I wasn't in the nicest area anymore. And there began to be less and less city lighting. And you guys know that in some of my videos, I have gone to places like Whitechapel, which are known to have very, very high Muslim populations. But I did that intentionally. I was like, okay, I'm going to go see what it's like. But this time I wasn't recording, just walking to my hotel. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this place is getting to be super sketchy. Every single time I walked by a bus stop and people were sitting there, I would run. And just crossing the street was confusing too, because on the ground it would say, look left, look right, because the cars go the opposite way, I think. I don't remember. But I was already looking left and right because I was so afraid that there was going to be somebody around. And yeah, I got into one of those areas that looks very high in immigration. And when I finally saw that hotel light, oh, I felt like I reached the tunnel and I felt like I made it. I survived. When I got to a certain area and I realized all the restaurants were of certain ethnic foods, I was like, oh, I gotta run. And you can call me racist for that, but I was scared.
His ass down, you know this. But what's going on across the world is a real problem. The crime rates in these places are unnecessary. They're making our favorite big cities unsafe. It's pushing out good quality people. It's attracting bad quality people. And it is not a good quality of life for anybody. Low income, high income, black, white, purple. tall, fat, skinny, you know me, I don't care. Everybody should have a good quality of life. Everybody should be entitled to their safety. I also think everybody should have good education and healthcare. Separate.
Oh, and the reason why I walked there was because I had the option to go down into the tube station, but I was terrified. I was like, that's probably even more dangerous. And of course, after seeing some videos online of just the subways and stuff, I was like, I'm just gonna run. I had my hood up like this. Actually, I think I was wearing this jacket. This has become my London look. I was wearing this jacket too, and I had the hood up, and I still had the strings. They fell out in the washer, but I was like this. I was like, I am a man. This is how I walked the streets of London.
Conversation, but what's going on here, I just thought it was super interesting to have a conversation with a nice, level-headed, normal guy on the tube, or as we call it, the subway, where in that case, he was saying a lot of British people, you know, again, for the issues that they have with Trump, they want him here. They want that sort of enforcement. They want someone that comes in and says, this is...
You know that your neighborhood is getting bad when you have to hide the fact that you're white. I don't have hands. I don't have a face. Like, you have to self-create a burqa.
The MAGA movement is happening with the black folks. People starting to realize, hey, MAGA don't care about your color. MAGA love America. It's all big family. It ain't like Democrat Party, Republican Party. MAGA is, we about America. America first. We don't care what your race is. Everybody family. It's all about love for your country. It ain't about taking care of all these other countries. It's about taking care of America first. Making America safe. Making America healthy. And I love it. Making our military strong. Holding people accountable.
This is so exciting, guys. Our country is moving in a really great direction right now. And I know that you watching this are also so on board with this message because honestly, America is so diverse that we don't even have time or the care to discriminate because we all are different. We all have such an interesting mix of backgrounds. And I think that that is what makes us so special. And also, it's so awesome when you meet somebody to learn about, oh, where are your parents from or your great-great-great-grandparents, and to learn about people's lineage. I think it's something special. And so I love that we're using things that make us different in a positive way.
I went to church for the first time today in 15 years, and I lifted my hands and I praised God. I went to church.
That's really, really cute. Do you guys also see this really gorgeous sparkle and light in her eyes? I do. You can just hear it in her voice. She sounds so happy. One of the members of the Patreon just informed me that a clip of our video was featured on Melanie King's podcast, and that's super cool. So if you also want updates and want to be a part of the chats on the Patreon and want to join me for live Q&As every single Friday where we talk about trending topics, become a member of the Patreon by clicking the link in the description and then becoming a member, and I will see you on our lives. On with the video.
Happy birthday, Charlie Kirk. I hope that you are resting in peace with Jesus and that you are looking down and you are seeing all the positive changes that you have sparked in so many people's lives. You completely changed my life. You changed the way that I think, and you have inspired me down a path of becoming a much better version of myself. May God infinitely bless your family in your absence. Bless Erica Kirk for continuing your legacy. You will forever be missed.
What an incredibly refreshing video. And something she said made me think that maybe a lot of times people feel put off by the right because they feel like it's too much pressure, or also that it's just not as cool. It's just like goody two-shoes. It's boring. It's lame kind of thing. It's stuck in the past. But now I believe our culture is changing in a way that it's cool to be able to live a good life. And I think that I mean, that's amazing. It's going to help me. It's going to help you guys. And if you want to keep seeing content like this, then make sure you are subscribed. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.